Topic 9.8, invasive species. We should be able to explain problems associated with invasive species and strategies we can use to control them. This topic is included in our Unit 2. Invasive species are sometimes called introduced or exotic species. They're species that have entered an area either intentionally or unintentionally, but they're not native to that area. They're not originally from that area. Sometimes the introductions are useful, such as crop plants or livestock. Other times it's harmful to the environment. Even if we've brought in crop plants or livestock, it does have a potential to be harmful. Here in the southeast, we have a very large feral pig population, and these pigs were intentionally brought in, but because they weren't managed properly, some of them escaped and have created a feral population. So we just have lots of wild pigs roaming around in the more rural areas in the southeast. Some other introductions here in the US. In Georgia, we have a lot of kudzu. I'm sure we've all seen it, even if you didn't know what it was at the time. Kudzu is a climbing vine, so often on the side of the highway you would see it climbing on trees. It was introduced as an ornamental plant in the 1800s. It's originally from Southeast Asia. It was also used as cattle fodder and to prevent erosion. So if you plant this on the side of a hill, it will just grow like wildfire, which is great for erosion, but there's no natural predator to eat it, so it just keeps expanding its area. Some other examples are cane toads in Australia. There were these beetles that were eating the sugar cane in Australia, one of their crops. So they introduced the cane toad, thinking that the cane toads would eat these beetles, but the beetles were up high on the plants and the cane toads could not jump up to get them. The cane toads had no natural predators, so they were able to expand their population pretty quickly and rapidly, and they didn't solve their problem of the beetles. They still had that issue. Another example are zebra mussels. These were introduced in the Great Lakes in the US. The problem with these is they filter out algae that the native species would need for food. They attach to native mussels, so the zebra mussels are the little ones, and they clog the water intake at power plants, so it does impact humans as well, and we have to pay to remove them. So characteristics of invasive species, they're often generalist, meaning they don't have very specific requirements for their habitat or for their other resources they need. There often are selected species, and they can outcompete the native species. Our selected species typically have a lot of offspring at one time, so because of that, they're able to increase their population size pretty rapidly. To control invasive species, we have a variety of interventions. We could prevent them. That's the best way and easiest way if we don't have them enter an environment to begin with. So some ways are to screen incoming cargo. If you ever travel internationally, they'll check your bags for species that you might be bringing back, and they do seize them and take them from you if it's something considered dangerous and invasive. We could check vessels or clean vessels as they're going out of different bodies of water to prevent organisms from kind of catching a ride on that boat. And we can inspect passengers, like I said, if you're traveling for invasive non-native species. If a species is established, there are different methods. The first is biological, so we would introduce a natural enemy of whatever the invasive species is. So I don't know if anyone has seen, but at least in my neighborhood, we have these goats that someone owns and you can rent them out, and they will eat invasive species on your property. So they'll kind of pen them in and they'll eat kudzu, English ivy, Chinese privet, all of these non-native species. So that's a biological example. A mechanical is the physical removal of that species. Another example from the southeast off of the Florida coast, they have an invasive species called lionfish. They just have no natural predators. So what people will do is they'll just go in and kind of fish for them and spear them and try to remove them from the waters. The last type is a chemical control. This would be some sort of herbicide, pesticide, or fungicide, depending on what the species is we're trying to get rid of. So an herbicide we would spray on a plant. And here's an example of someone using herbicide on Chinese privet, which is another invasive species that we have here in Georgia.